Welcome to Star Wars Timeline. Today is Thursday, one day before the third episode of The Bad Batch. I hope you guys have been watching and you're excited as I am. And here I thought this was a perfect opportunity to spend some time and speculate an episode and try to guess what it's going to be all about and what are my personal expectations about it. So let's jump right into it. From IMDb, we have a short episode description, but no title. And here's what it says. The Batch gets stuck on a desolate moon. And right there from the start, I want to speculate based on that one description what it's going to be about. Right away, it reminded me of the episode from the Rebels show from the season 2, episode 17, called The Honorable Ones, where Zeb and the Imperial informant are stuck together on the desolate moon as well. So it sort of harkens back to that episode, and we know that Star Wars likes to repeat common themes, like George Lucas used to say, if it rhymes, it's like poetry. So I think they're going to have some either callbacks or the similar style situation here. And I have my notes here to cover some of the ideas which I think the episode is going to involve. So first of all, I'm curious what kind of place it's going to be. Star Wars has always been known for either exotic planets or interesting locales, flora and fauna. And just because it says it's a desolate moon, it doesn't necessarily mean that it's devoid of life. Maybe no sentient life or civilization, but who knows what is out there. I think there's a lot of foreshadowing here and lots of an opportunity to give us some exotic, cool planet look. And the next thing I also had in mind was how the Bad Batch is gonna work through their problem-solving skills to get out of the planet. Because in the first episode, we already seen plenty of kick-ass actions, and the guys know how to handle themselves. And in the second episode, sort of slowed down and gave us more character development. They spent some time together. But here, they're stuck on the desolate moon, which means it's a tense situation, a tense moment, and all of these bottled emotions will probably come out. And, when the team spends the time in the proximity with each other and there is no way out, things are going to start unraveling, and we're probably going to look into some of the character issues and what kind of things they're dealing on a personal level. I think that will be interesting to see. Also, with Omega, which is by far my favorite character in the show, along with Riker. I love his crazy antics and how funny he is. It's so genuine, and the humor is just so legit. It lands every time. But with Omega, what I'm hoping to see is, once again, this stuck situation, almost like marooned on a deserted island, how her feelings are going to evolve, and are we going to get a glimpse into her past? What has been done to her? She has been with those Camino cloners back in the Camino facilities. What's happened there? Does she feel attached to them? Was there some kind of a motherly relationship with Lama Su, or was it more of a tragedy and that she wanted to avoid and escape? Was she being experimented on? I think that'll be also interesting and an excellent opportunity for an episode to present that storyline. Now, what do I personally want to see from this episode? Character development. I love action in Star Wars, and it's obviously what I come for, but none of it really lands if the characters are not interesting. And just from those 2 episodes that we got so far, I think both dealt with character excellently. Filoni, and the writing team behind the show, they knew how to intersperse really cool tidbits and details, even in between the crazy action sequences. And every time the characters say the lines, they're in character. So we got plenty of that. Another thing that I hope to see from this 3rd episode is how the team employs their scouting and pathfinding skills. We already see that they can handle themselves in action. They're just kicking ass. Pretty much each and every one of the member of the Bad Batch has a specialization, and it's really cool how they all excel at something. I really enjoyed Hunter's like melee combat and him tossing around his knife. Really, really cool stuff. But now let's see how they work as a team to get out of not a hot spot, not like something that are being surrounded by the Imperials, but a hostile environment. And the last thing I want to touch upon is how the episode is going to continue the overall narrative for the whole show. And, it's a fight versus the new Empire. We are post Clone War period, and the Empire has just emerged. How this episode's storyline is going to tie into overall plot. And if it doesn't, I'll be honest with you, I'm fine with that. One of my favorite classic shows, Star Trek Next Generation, it was very interesting because it had episodes which kind of continued the overall arc and gave you like a wholesome story. But it also had individual episodes, like when Q pops out, and it's just a self-contained episode that just deals with some micro issues, something that's not necessarily related to overall plot, and that's fine for me as well. That's all. These are my thoughts. I don't like to go into like fan theories and speculating too much. These are kind of like thoughts I wanted to share with you guys, and I would love to hear in the comments below what you guys expect out of this third episode, and what do you generally think about the show. Thanks for watching. My name is Ben. If you enjoy my content, please subscribe and support my channel. I appreciate your time. Take care.